Today, everyone's talking about sugars. There are different kinds of diets. How much should you have? What types is bad versus good? So, what I like to do is put something comprehensively together for you today that you're going to really enjoy. And you're going to appreciate it because when you start eating a sound, healthy diet, you're just going to feel better up here, no doubt in here. But you're going to see a tremendous change when it comes to your energy, your sleep, your digestion, and so much more. But the first thing I want to review with you is that when we talk about sugars, let's try to keep our sugars within that 7 days, no more than 50 grams. Maybe 60, maybe 45, but somewhere around 50 grams. Yes, you're going to get sugars. You cannot stay away from it. It's almost impossible. Meaning that it's in your fruits, it's in your vegetables, it's in many foods that you eat, even though it doesn't say sugar on it. So when we think of sugars, we're looking at our cookies and our ice cream and our cakes and our pancakes, our waffles, our sodas, our pastries. That needs to stay out. So just a quick refresher, when we eat our carbs, it gets broken down to glucose. Glucose needs insulin, which is secreted from the pancreas to allow glucose to get into the cells for energy. And any overabundance of glucose that we have tries to get stored first into the liver and the muscle cells. And that's glycogen. But what happens is, when we have glycogen for every gram of sugar or carb that gets stored as glycogen, there's 3 to 4 times the amount of water. And that's our first sign. We get thickened, we get bloated, our face swells, our belly swells. And when we are increasing insulin, our kidneys even store more fluid. That's just part of physiology. So what happens is when we stop eating sugar, our body utilizes glucose. There's not a lot of sugar now, so it then goes to the glycogen stores. And once those glycogen stores start to empty, which is a good thing, we start to lose that swelling, that bloating, and we start to lose lots of weight. But hold on, it's not fat. That's glycogen. That's excessive water that we're losing. So we're losing lots of extra body water weight in our face, our body, everywhere else. That's the first thing that happens. And as we diminish those carbohydrates, our glycogen stores, particularly in our liver, are going to diminish. You're going to feel lots of fatigue. And when your cells cannot get enough glucose, your body will break down fat for energy instead. This process produces ketones. And these ketones and keto acids are alternative fuels for the body that are made when glucose is in short supply. They are made in the liver from the breakdown of fats. Ketones are formed when there is not enough sugar or glucose to supply the body's fuel needs. And this is the point where you start becoming more insulin sensitive, less insulin resistant. Now you're giving your pancreas, as well as your other organs, time to rest. So by eating a healthy diet, you want to focus on your healthy fibers because your fibers slow digestion down from the stomach into the small intestine. Also, those fibers work as prebiotics, and those prebiotics help feed your probiotics in your gut, which is going to reduce inflammation and keep you healthy. And during this state, your body will definitely go into a state of autophagy. Different people will go into different phases. It's more prominent when you intermittent fast. But autophagy is all about cleaning up your cells, allowing them to repair. As the cellular components are recycled and replaced by healthier ones, this process promotes cellular rejuvenation and will give you more anti-aging effects. And your body will start secreting more human growth hormone. And yes, we think of children, yes, they do need this, but as adults, we also need it as well. It does wonderful things for our body. It allows our muscles to stay stronger. It prevents the atrophy. It will help regulate your bodily fluids. It will help in fat metabolism as well as your sugars. It will keep your cardiovascular system healthy. and will also increase your bone density so your bones stay strong. And this will affect your hormonal balance. There's a lot of hormones from estrogen to progesterone to testosterone. Our hormones, particularly ghrelin, which is our hunger hormone, starts to diminish. Our craves are going away. Our leptin's going up, which is our satiety hormone. And this will help your mood tremendously. It will take away stress. It will give you that tranquility, that feeling of relaxation. It will give you that punch of energy when you need it, as well as helping your clarity of thinking and your liver health. And that's one of the most critical things in our entire body, because our body cannot function without our liver. Our liver is involved in so many different metabolic functions. And when you reduce or eliminate those sugar intake, the liver's workload decreases, allowing it to focus on other important functions and detoxification and fat metabolism. And this will help reduce fatty liver, because high sugar consumption, particularly in the form of fructose, contributes to the development of non-alcoholic fatty liver. And by cutting out sugar, you will be reducing the accumulation of excessive fat in the liver and improve overall liver health. And reducing sugar will 100% help your digestion. So regardless of what type of digestive problems you're having, remember that high sugar intake disrupts the balance of bacteria in your gut, leading to digestive issues such as gas, bloating, and diarrhea. And when you cut out those sugars, you're restoring a healthy gut microbiome, improving digestion, and reducing digestive discomfort. And up on the list of cutting out sugars is reducing inflammation. All diseases, all conditions within our body are linked to inflammation. Inflammation affects our cardiovascular system, which can lead to plaquing within the arteries, which can lead to clogged arteries, heart attacks, strokes. Inflammation is tied to neuropathies. And if you have neuropathy, it can be coming from many ways. It could be coming from diabetic neuropathy. Neuropathies affect the myelin sheath of the nerves. Those nerves that go into your legs, into your hands. You could have neuropathy behind the eyes. Neuropathy affects nerves, and nerves can affect anything within our bodies. And reducing sugars helps eye health. Excessive sugars are linked to cataracts as well as age-related macular degeneration. Sugars can affect our retina, that we call retinal neuropathy, as well as obstructing arterial supply, blood supply behind the eyes, known as atherosclerosis. And this will help your heart and blood vessels. And if you have chronic heart disease, cutting out sugar will definitely be a great asset. Why? Because this will cut down cholesterol and triglycerides. It will prevent plaquing. This will allow the intima, the inside, the lumen of those arteries to heal, to stay smoother, to have better function. This can lower blood pressure as well. And cutting out those sugars will keep your brain healthier. Because sugar has been linked to negative effects on brain health, and overconsumption of sugar will impair cognitive function, increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases, and contribute to chronic inflammation in the brain. And eliminating those sugars for a week will improve mental clarity, focus, as well as reducing inflammation in the brain. And this will help your kidneys as well. Your kidneys is what cleans waste from your blood. And over time, high blood sugar will cause damage inside the kidneys. And as a result, they filter out some good things along with waste. And as more damage happens, the kidneys will have less function and waste buildup. And reducing those sugars will allow the kidneys to start to repair and heal. And cutting out those sugars will help your largest organ, our skin. What it can do for our skin is beyond words. It will reduce chronic inflammation such as redness, irritation, as well as acne. This will help improve your acne because high sugar intake will worsen acne by increasing oil production and inflammation in the skin. And by eliminating these sugars, you will experience a reduction in acne breakouts and clearer skin. And it will also improve many other skin conditions like psoriasis and eczema. One of the most important things is sleep, because high blood sugar will affect a good night's sleep. So when you cut down your sugars, what it's going to do for your brain and body is amazing. Your insomnia is going to start getting better, because sugar will interfere with the release of certain hormones, such as melatonin, which regulates your sleep-wake cycles. And by cutting out sugar, you may support the natural production and release of melatonin, leading to a longer and more restful sleep. And by avoiding sugar, you're going to reduce inflammation and fluid retention and helping to relieve sleep apnea. So it's quite amazing of what sugar can do to our bodies. And it's also quite amazing that if we omit and take away those sugars just for 7 days, what it can also do for our bodies. So I invite you to take the challenge. Not to put you on a diet, but just feel the difference. Because if you have chronic problems, you're going to have inflammation. And it doesn't matter where it's at. If it's your colon, your heart, your blood vessels, your eyes, your kidneys, it doesn't matter. Just reduce inflammation in your body, and you will see the miracles. Please share this video with your friends and family. Please leave your comments below, and most important, make it a great day. I'm Dr. Alan Mandel.